is next, what should be done. But before we know what is next, what should be done, the first thing is, do you really know what happened? Is everyone aware of the crisis? Yeah, is anyone aware of the crisis? Because how we know that everyone is aware of the crisis is through the questions and the kind of comments we get out there. So, but when we get to check and analyze different comments and questions we get, we can judge that some understand, definitely some will understand. But when you don't get to understand, we know that from the company side, we have done our part of telling you what is happening. Okay, 5 weeks ago, I could recall that I came on live section and a video done 5 weeks ago, posted on the page, WKC page, where we discussed about the capital loss, and we deeply apologized for that. Okay, we are sorry, you were not pre-informed. Okay, I would love to tell you how it started. You must understand that in trading, we told a lot of people, in trading, it is not everyday profit that you make. Oh, no one can deny the fact that they are not aware of that kind of information. But the fact that we didn't formalize it is where the problem is right now. So everyone knows in trading, you definitely lose money. And even though some people might not believe, to an extent you can lose your money. But as time goes on, you trade, you win, you lose, but you just make sure that the ones you are winning are greater than those you are losing in the market. So that has been how trading always be, even if you're a pro trader, except if you are the big banks in the US, in the UK that moves the market. That's when you can say, okay, you know where the market is moving. As long as you're not a market mover, definitely there will be some things that will happen that would actually alter your own analysis, no matter how fine, no matter how beautiful, no matter how great that setup can be. There will always be a time where it will stop loss. You will have to go over it again and ask, how did I make this loss? No, it is normal for you to have that kind of loss. So it is normal that loss and profit are part of the system. But now, as time goes on, the way you get to manage these losses and profit shows how skilled you are as a person, and the kind of circumstance, the kind of area you are trading with. Are you trading on a short term or on a long term? The purpose of coming for this live section, because I got a lot of messages from people that I have to come live again, explain to people. It seems people are not getting it. Okay, affiliates, some of them are saying they heard the information, but how will they communicate it with their investors? How will the investors get to know what is going on and how? Now, it is not everyone will get to understand this thing, but as much as possible, the company will always put out the necessary information about the process, about the crisis we are facing right now. Now, when it happens that the company makes loss, how did it start? How can a company make loss? How can a company just stop an operation? A loss that makes you stop an operation, it's not just an ordinary loss. I remember in the video 5 weeks ago, we said it was a major loss, a very great loss, in such a way that we had to pause the system. Oh, the company is not capable of continue with this system for investment. Now, what happened last year, I want to explain to you, because it happened in the global market, not just forex market, even the stock market. Because I'm going to cite some examples tonight, not just in Nigeria that, oh, okay, some people also have issues after Wisconsin Capital have issues. It's not something that was pre-planned or like something they've all seen before, that, oh, let us all plan. No. If it is planned here, is it planned also outside the country? Because not everyone understands the market, and when someone who just have a layman knowledge about the market just comes in and say, oh, this is what the market is saying, it's not possible, we will make profit, it is different. The way you trade as an individual is different from the way you trade as a company. Now, for example, if you go to any firm who trades on the forex market, any brokerage firm, you will see there, they will put on their website that 75% of traders lose their money when they trade. Some will say 90%, some will say 80%, depending on the stats of how people lose money on their platform. So different broker with different statistics of those that lose money. So it's not a market where the big guys win. It's not everybody that wins this money in the market. So just few people can be able to manage the trade. And I can make you understand that, oh, is it because of December the crisis happened? Remember that December is not the first December that the company is facing. There was a December before last year, and that was March. So that was 2019 December. 2019 December, you can confirm from all investors who have been with us for 2 years now. Ask them what happened in December. They will tell you nothing happened in December. Even the time that there was crisis and all, everyone still stand their ground because it's not affecting West Kingdom capital. So it's not because it's December or people are okay. It is expected that people will come in, get money. But if you have a structure on ground, because some people are saying, oh, you say there's a reserve, there's something somewhere. Definitely, all this reserve will be what you will use in trading when things start going south and you want to maintain, your own position in the market. So basically, what happened last year was not because it's December, it is purely the market. Well, what happened is called black swan. Now let me explain what black swan is. Black, like BLACK, then swan, SWAN. Black swan is like it's like a crisis that happens beyond your worst expectation in the market. So okay, let's give an example now. You are expecting your worst expectation on a trade to be like, or on an event you are placing anything on. Maybe you are expecting your worst scenario to be like -10. Then black swan setting, you hit like minus 50 or -60. So that is something that is beyond what you are even expecting as the worst thing. When you get to meet people who knows about trading and how, and you approach them about crisis in investment, and you get to show them how you have been trading, and you can admit that, okay, this is the mistake I did. I was over leveraging in an unstable market. And why did this black swan happen to us? It was majorly because of the market condition. The market condition last year was not suitable to that extent, and it was not happening. Okay, why didn't WKC tell immediately, oh, it's not stable? You can't predict the market. The market is adaptive and not predictive. Oh, you can't say, oh, at the same time, you must actually analyze and project. Okay, price is going to move from this point to this point. Okay, this one's going to move from this point to this point. That one's analysis. We are projecting, but you can't just predict just trying to be on 100% assurance. Oh, this thing's definitely going to be good this way. So it's like a probability. So when you trade, you're not 100% saying, oh, this thing must. It's not a must. It might. So if it does not go this way, then this is the worst thing I'm expecting on this thing. So last year, it happened that a lot of investment firms around the world, global investment firms around the world, were having crises, were having issues, and it was eating the capital base. It was not eating the trade split, it was eating the capital base. Okay, for example, last 2 months, January cross February, there is a company in US that had issues, Melvin Capital. Melvin Capital in a single day lost 50% of their capital base. I mean, in a single trading day. It's like, there are some trades that you place and just expect that, oh, this trade is surely going to turn out some good things for me. And like, it's not that you are overconfident about this trade, but it's like you've tried everything in your capacity to analyze, back tested those PS. You are sure, oh, this thing is surely going to go my way. So you have to be aggressive to an extent, and in trading you must be aggressive and be defensive at the same time. So when we are aggressive, it's like you are kind of over leveraging to an extent, because that your loss might be small, but at the same time, if the market starts going against you, how do you feel? You feel like, this is going to overturn. Then you start shifting your stop loss, trying to make the market, maybe it's not going to come down up to this level. Melvin Capital had that issue January, and they lost 50% of their capital in a single trading day. Now, when this happened, normally investors will be aggrieved. People start threatening the CEO's family. Oh, we are going to go for this and that. Go for your shareholders. Go for your people with you. It is expected for investors to show, how they feel about a system. They've been for more than 10 years or 5 years or so. But the fact that it happened to them is not something they are expecting. some group of traders somewhere just came into the market and start buying the market. It is something they were not expecting. All Wall Street traders were shocked by the move. So when these things happened, next 2 days, Melvin Capital raised another capital from new investors. You know, it happened outside the country because there are regulations that protect investors, and that, you know, that will guarantee them, okay, this firm has been for a while and they've been doing this. If you still wish to continue, you can continue with them. But you know, in Nigeria, there's no such system that could guarantee such move. It means the company will take it on itself. You know, for example, you can't expect an investment firm to be covered by, let's say, insurance or stuff. You can go to insurance firm to insure your, except you want to use your own money. Insurance firm cannot cover for loss of, okay, let's say, for example, you give them $5,000, for example, $5,000, for example, and you are trading the market, you lost $20K, and the money you just put with your insurance firm is $5K. Do you expect them to cover the $15K loss? Or the time you make more money, do you come to them and give them more money? So that's why insurance firms don't go for such kind of system. But when it happens that, okay, the company wants to take it up to itself. Okay, let me take it up to myself. I'm going to have some reserve, so in case things are going south, I can always come in and make things work. So what happened last year was a great loss. And when the company came out and started issuing different, you know, memos, people are, oh, they have issued another memo. The memo were based on projection. Okay, we're expecting, okay, the market is going to move like this, you know, until the loss made us hit rock bottom. Now the company is not left with, okay, now what can we do? It looks like the company is insolvent. There is no cash on ground that could settle all the debt, all the outstanding payment. Now what should be done? We tell people, okay, a loss has been made, blah blah blah. But the first memo was carrying that, okay, it will start paying interest and all these processes were what we're expecting the market to give us. But when it went against us, what do you expect the company to do? We can't continue and, you know, and start giving excuses that, oh, this is not going to happen again, oh, it's going to happen, that it's going to happen. We have to pause immediately. We know that, okay, this thing has gone beyond our capacity. So trying to manage the crisis, payments were being made that December. Remember, the loss is not happening in a day. You can't start losing money in a day and everything goes down. The loss must have been consistent, but you were projecting, okay, things are going to overturn the market, of which it never did. So anyone could have this kind of experience if you trade, you know, for like hundreds of individuals, thousands of individuals, and you trade millions and billions in the market. So this thing happens normally in the market. So why it looks like we are all facing threat right now and everyone is under pressure is because we never formalized it. And we deeply apologize. It was never intentional to lose money in the market intentionally. Because when you lose money, the market will never make a refund of any money lost in the market. So the company that lost the money is now coming to you and say, oh, we are sorry for the loss made. But we are at the capital recovery stage. If you study the video, we said we are at the capital recovery stage. Now, the capital recovery, remember that you are not recovering capital from the, like, it's not that you are placing refund for the capital loss in the market. You have to raise capital from yourself as a company. Now, when we do this with our capacity, okay, because we have a lot of people we are trading with, we got a lot of people who are proposing to us, okay, we want to manage this fund for us by so time in January, okay, in February, we are expecting you to come on board. You know, company, we are open to investors. But when time comes and, you know, the opera, everywhere was raging, and when the same investors start seeing what is happening, everyone wants to step back and take their account first, like, okay, what is going to unfold? There were no ways that a company could raise capital to trade and start, okay, let's start paying these people one by one. So it's not that the company is giving you false hope. And now we say, payment start this, payment start that. It's not giving false hope. It's that, oh, the company is not lying of a such. Okay, so as a company, are you telling us that we are not going to get our money again? Are you saying there's no money in the system? I'm saying trading money is, when we say a major capital loss, I'm saying there is no money to pay investor. Yes, because right now when you say pay us, December, that was what we were doing. The cash on ground were being dispensed. You know, on the average, I can't disclose here, the company pays huge amount per day. So people say, how come you can say there is no money and you don't know how much the company pays per day? That's why everyone does not understand that it is possible to say at this point there is no cash, that the company is insolvent. Now, what about the court case? What is happening? Are you saying the court case, they freeze your account? Are you not saying what is happening? You must understand that a week before the court case, we started paying our investors, direct investors. Okay, we didn't post online because we still need to do that. We are paying direct investors that invested directly with the company, little by little. And as time goes on, we're checking the statistics. That, oh, if we should continue this payment, even there is no such cash that can even cover everyone. Then along the line, when some memo were released, we got an information again from a lot of affiliates, January, that, oh, we don't want to get any memo again without legal backing. We need legal backing for anything you want to say. Your payment plan must have legal backing. A lot of people were issuing their own thoughts to this crisis, that, okay, since our MOU is not really legal binding, can we have a legal backing maybe from a lawyer, with our lawyers? And the heat has started not just February. The heat has started December, January. So we're trying to talk over, okay, please don't do this, don't do it yet. We are still trying to make things happen. And if you remember our last memo in 2020, we made mention of something. We said, okay, this memo is subject to review. We put there that it is subject to review. Why do we say subject to review? Is because we know that everything we are doing is based on projection. And if it does not work out based on the loss, what will the company do? So the kind of thoughts that people have, that maybe the company is hoarding cash, hoarding money, is not right. Oh, the company is settling some people personally, is not right. You know, a lot of rumors are not verified. So when the court case came, it's not that, oh, the company is trying to buy time. The company is not buying time in court. It's not we are trying to buy time. We are trying to go to, when everyone is scared that, oh, this company is playing us, don't do this. But when you get to the court and you present your case, or whoever goes to the court, and the company comes to defend it and say, okay, we are sorry about the crisis. Okay, this is our debt settlement plan. Everyone is all about debt settlement plan. Well, how are you going to settle the outstanding payment? That's the question everyone is asking. The live section, many people are telling me, just come on live, come and tell us what is happening. Why are we not getting paid in March? Okay, now when you say there is no fund to pay people, what is the next step? Now remember that the company operates in two ways. We have the way we have our own reserve. We have the one in asset-based reserve, we call them. Now, what's the next thing we are going to do? We can't start saying, okay, this property here owned by the company, let's say this one to pay this one. That one is not going to happen. And it's not going to happen based on the same way we come on live here, and many people get to manipulate it again and start saying, oh, they are never going to pay. He said he's going to do this and that. You know, many people they sort of take information and start adding theirs to it, of which it is not right. So the plan of the company is not to inflict pain. If it's to inflict pain, there are some of the people that I see in my DM that they would come personally, or they would go to the company's DM or my mail. I check my mail every day, and they say, okay, they invested their medical fees. You know, I have addressed that on my IG page and on the company's page, that we are sorry. If you had known what is involved, you wouldn't have invested your medical fees, this and that. You know, the company has good intention. Waste Kingdom Capital is built for you in terms of investment. It's not such that, oh, we are here just for a few time and we leave. This is the third or fourth month in crisis, and we are still standing, working around the clock to make sure things work out. You know, we can't go to the same market and start saying, oh, we lost money, can you please give us money back? The same market, we didn't lecture well about investment, which means it is up to the company alone to source for fund to trade. And presently, what will the company do? We have assets. And the company start liquidating all these assets and start making plans to trade with them and pay all investors. So right now, the case in court. The court is not a way of we want to buy time, you don't want to pay anymore. Definitely, there are some information that we can't release to the public here. So if we can't release to the public, we can tell our own lawyers with any team out there representing the athlete to come. Okay, sorry, any athlete having their own legal team, they would meet, maybe have a Zoom meeting or something. They will get to talk, then present the case at the court. Okay, this is the company's plan. The company is saying they are insolvent. There is no cash on ground to pay any investor. And the plan they have is, okay, offsetting their properties to make things work. So the plan we have right now is not to prolong any matter. Is to face what is realistic. What has been happening before was based on our approach, like based on we are just being optimistic. No one has doing business in 2 years would be praying for the business to go down instantly. Everyone wants their business to expand. So the major loss has actually handicapped the company. Yeah, it has handicapped the company. So we hope that a lot will understand the stage we are right now, and they will get to flow with us. It's still a civil it's like a civil matter, because when I get to engage people and I talk to them personally, I say, see, it's not that the company wants to run away with the money. It's not that we are saying, okay, we are not paying anymore. The company still has intentions to pay. But presently, there is no cash to pay you. But what can we do? Liquidate any asset we have, let it turn into cash, then trade with it. But how can we declare it publicly and say that is the plan? Except court is involved and there is a legal backing. So the court thing is not to protect the company of such. It's just to verify the intentions of the company. So we are sorry for any failed promises. It was never a false hope that we're giving to you. It was based on our projection, hoping that we could get some inflow and work out with it, and things does not work out. And the kind of opera that's happened last month, everywhere it is expected. It is expected. And we've been trying to communicate with everyone every single week. So the threat to athletes, the threat to the company have to manage it. Crisis management is part of what we are doing too. So we are very sorry. We are very sorry. We are very, very sorry. Because when it comes to a stage where the company would offset everyone's payment, then we will get to see the great plans that the company has. So all athlete investors, direct investors, understand that the present crisis was never intentional. It was never a plan that the company has to inflict. Maybe a Daniel Wills is somewhere, he has taken our money, trading with it. There is no money of such. And the company too can start trading. We converted our money. Nobody will do such to you. Nobody will do such to you. So I sincerely apologize. On behalf of the company, we sincerely apologize. We sincerely apologize. We are not just here to make mouth or to give false hope anymore. Or maybe I've been giving. It's not false hope. It's based on the company's projection. We have been optimistic that okay, things will come this way, things will come that way. Then we put it out, and again, it does not work out. We ask that you are patient with us. Yes, many people are scared. It's in court already. When is it going to come out? When is it going to do this and that? Nobody is trying to prolong this thing. As long as we can reach a conclusion with the athletes, with direct investors, with the company, okay, this is the stage we are right now. And publicly we're declaring that the company is insolvent at the moment. That okay, there is no way we can offset all these outstanding payments except all properties are being turned into cash and then for trading. Because not every single person will understand how trading works. And once we know that not everyone understand, what we can do is just refund the money. Because we didn't tell you that loss is possible in the market and formalize it. You might know, I might have come live and maybe come and tell you this and that. But we apologize. We apologize. The company is not greedy, not trying to take money. You can see the system we run in the company. It's not such that publicly is trying to forcefully break people into the system. We're not forcefully bring people in. Oh, it is a system that is open to everyone. When you hear the testimony, how we have been running the system, then you will come in by yourself, by track records. Okay, I want to invest with you. I've heard about you. Most of the investors are based on, oh, I heard about you, about what you have done. The company has done this and that. We are very, very sorry. We are very, very sorry. We sincerely apologize, and we hope that things get settled, very, very settled very soon. It's not intentional. It was never intentional from the company to see us in this crisis, or maybe we are enjoying the moment too. I can tell you that since this crisis started, we've been working around the clock, meetings upon meetings, trying to gain our sanity, because at the same time, when someone is messaging you, you have to reply. When you get any message from authority and all, you have to give them a reply. Okay, this is the company, this is what we are into, and this is what happened. We are trying to resolve this matter, and we hope things go out of, we are just very, very sorry. We are very sorry. We are very sorry, and hope that very soon all these things will be over. And we hope that God also will intervene in this matter. We are very, very sorry. We are very sorry. We are very sorry. So as everything may be, if there is any information again that I have, I'll be communicating it time to time. Okay, whether there is one update from the legal team or from anywhere, I would let you know. Okay, this is the position of the company right now, and this is what we are doing. So please, everyone should keep calm. At the right time, we will come to you and tell you that payment starts so and so time. Do you get me? So please, and please, we are very sorry. We sincerely apologize. It was never an intentional scheme. Please. So next time we get to see. I don't know if I can answer one or two questions here. So there are some speculations that we need to correct again. That because a lot of people had crises, because I saw one question here: are you working with any? Are you under any affiliate system under anyone in Nigeria or something? Now, I think if I get this question to say maybe we are connected. Now it is like this. When this thing happened last year, it's like almost all firms into money market were having issues. And outside the countries, I have people outside the country who calls me, say they are investing in social company too, and the same crisis happened over there. I got the call and I said, okay, see, it's happening everywhere. When this happens, it's not that someone is connecting with someone. It is something that affected a global market. If you actually understand the word global market, you would know that it's not just because of West Kingdom capital. It's a global crisis. Yeah, it's a global crisis. So it's not that someone is under anyone. It's a global crisis. Now, about the affiliate. Someone is asking, how do you expect your affiliate to pay? Affiliates cannot make payments except they are being paid from the company. So please, you have to be with your affiliate too, please. With your affiliate, they've not gotten payment from the company too. They've not gotten payment from the company. It will be, it will be very hard to believe that the company will come out of this crisis, because it has never happened so long to a company that they can manage the crisis for so long like this. The kind of capacity we have and the kind of understanding investors we have has helped us, because the trust you have in us for 2 years, that's why you can keep calm and say, okay, till March we are watching. And again, we are saying, oh, see, we are sorry about what is happening right now. It's beyond our capacity. The company is just trying to raise enough capital in cash to trade. So that's it. It's not that it's not possible. It is very, very possible. It's very, very possible. Very, very possible. When will the legal backing way out? The legal backing, I think that one would be based on the court decision. The legal backing, the court decision. Once we have the court dates, then it comes after it. So thanks so much for this time. I appreciate. So next time, if there is any update from the company, I will let you know. I'm sorry, I'm trying to check if there are questions here. Now, someone is asking, how are you protecting your affiliate? Now, the way we are protecting our affiliate, number one is, do we even recognize them as affiliate? Because most of the times, I get to engage them and say, see, do you tell these people from onset that you are with Waste Kingdom Capital and they are aware of the crisis? Do you get me? So once they are aware, then we get to communicate with them extensively. If there is any, major threat on them, major uproar, I don't know. But very soon we would be planning a meeting with the affiliate, time to time, how we can make things work, because definitely communication is key. But when everyone is emotionally invested in this crisis, we have to deal with this kind of crisis very well. We can't just come in and say, oh, this is the information. We have to explain first. So we are very, very sorry. Things will be communicated as we have them. Yeah. So that's it. I think the question I'm having here generally now, the major question I'm having generally is, when are we getting paid? When are we getting paid? When are we getting paid? Like I said, we are not working based on maybe projections. Oh, this is going to happen. Now we are now being more realistic. Okay, this is what we believe is within our capacity to do. And until we get to court and declare whatever is on ground and get to settle with affiliates, direct investors, and the company. Now, this question you're asking me now, the answer is now between the company and the affiliates and you, the investors. If you agree with the plan we have, then we move with the settlement plan. That's just it. The plan is the date is now with the company and the affiliate, especially the affiliate, then the investors. So that's it. So thank you so much for your time. I appreciate. I'll let you know as things are going on in the company.